Alex Altram joining you from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School, where tonight Anahuac Sports Live brings you Hamshire Fannett invading Anahuac to take on the Anahuac Panthers here in the opening game of the 2020 Texas high school football season. Welcome in, everybody, as another year of Texas high school football begins. As tonight, our inaugural broadcast of high school football for the Anahuac Panthers here on Anahuac Sports Live, as we're going to have a good one. As we said, head coach Mark Wagner of the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns out of 11-4A brings his team to take on head coach Greg Neese and the Anahuac Panthers here in 10-3A. As Texas high school football has been delayed for a variety of reasons this year, but coming into tonight, getting ready to kick off the season. Want to talk about Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts at 312 Miller Street here in Anahuac. Phone number 281-908-1934 as they present tonight's pregame show, as we will be back with the conversations with both head coaches from Hamshire Fannett and Anahuac as we get set for tonight's ball game. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Altram back on the Third Coast Martial Arts pregame show as we're joined by the head coach of the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns, head coach Mark Wagner. And coach, coming into tonight, obviously things in the world a little bit different. Nice to get back to a little bit of normalcy on a Friday night.
Yes, it is. This is peace. When you get here, I think all the kids love it. I know the coaches love it, and the fans get to see their kids play again, and that's good.
Coming into this year, last year, some success, 7-4 overall, victory in the bi-district round of the playoffs. Speak a little bit to the end of last year and what you're looking to take from that moving into this year.
Yeah, this is our third year here as a coaching staff, and we felt like we turned the corner. Well, we really turned the corner last year, and we lost some key individuals, but we bring a few kids back that have experience, and I think we've got the winning culture going, and that's the main thing.
Right. So District 11-4A, talk a little bit about, how you feel you match up in that district.
We think it's the most difficult district in the state. We really do. With Silsbee and West Orange, Silsbee in the state semifinals the last 2 years, and we've been a field goal away or a kick away from with Silsbee. So we feel like we're playing with these guys. We're there. We certainly can compete with them. And West Orange is historically the winningest program in Texas by percentage. So it's pretty tough district. You throw in the other guys, and it's rough every week, I guarantee you.
Offensive side of the football, who are you going to be keying in on tonight to kind of carry the load?
For us, that's going to be a good question. This is our first game, and we are young at the skill positions, and so we're going to have to find that out, to tell you the truth. We lost our starting quarterback last year, and it's going to be quarterback by committee tonight to see who's going to take over probably. And we do have Jordan Joyner in the backfield, and he should be able to run the ball pretty good for us. Keegan Heckerman will also see the ball, and we expect big things out of him. He's a big junior. And then Garrett Piku is probably our leading receiver coming back, and he's a slashing type receiver. So those kids should put in some pretty good nights tonight on offense.
Defensive side of the ball, how's your leadership on that side?
Yeah, defense starts with Blake Briggs in the middle for us, the defensive tackle. We feel that he can play at the next level. He's that kind of kid. And then he's surrounded by Singletary as another defensive lineman, and we bring back a very seasoned secondary. We have 3-year starters in our 2 safeties, Evan Viator and Anakin Hall. We feel really good about that. And then both of our corners are pretty experienced with 2 years experience. So.
How familiar are you with the brand of ball that head coach Neese brings to Anahuac here in his second year?
It's different. It's definitely something that I think we played probably Jasper in the playoffs a couple years ago. Very similar offense, and defense is a little bit different, but we have our work cut out for us, I guarantee you that.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for the time before the game, and best of luck in tonight's contest.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you. That's head coach Mark Wagner of the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns as we continue the Third Coast Martial Arts pregame show after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Anahuac Sports Live has a school spirit shirt giveaway courtesy of We've Got You Covered. There are 4 ways to win. First 50 new subscribers on YouTube, first 50 shares of YouTube link on Facebook, first 50 retweets of the YouTube link on Twitter, and first 50 likes on Instagram will all be entered for a chance to win one of the free t-shirts. Again, Anahuac Sports Live thanks We've Got You Covered for the school spirit shirt giveaway courtesy of We've Got You Covered. Alex Altram back on the Third Coast Martial Arts Welcome back to the Third Coast Martial Arts pregame show, joined by the head coach of the Anahuac Panthers, head coach Greg Neese. And Coach, Obviously, some different times that we're living in right now, but the one thing that's a constant in Texas on Friday nights in the fall, high school football. It's good to be back.
Absolutely. There was times this summer and even coming into the fall that we didn't ever know if we'd even get to this. We had the COVID that started last spring. A bunch of these players that play baseball and track, and they weren't allowed to finish their season, and it was just a very strange occurrence for everybody. And it looked like we would never get to compete again. And then all of a sudden, the UIL stepped up and had some, regulations and things like that for us, and giving us a chance to get out there and play. So it's exciting to be back.
Second year of the program, had some good success last year. Winning record in district, went to the playoffs. What are you looking to carry over from last year and build upon here in your second year with the program?
Well, going into off season, which started in December, because we got eliminated from the playoffs in the first round in November. Our off season, we had a lot of momentum going. Our younger kids were excited. Everyone got a little taste of what the playoffs was like. It's been about 5 years at Anahuac since they've been in the playoffs, and I know our town, they were very excited. We were 5-5, and at one point we had won 5 games in a row, and there was a lot of excitement going on in the area. And I came from Newton High School. The past 2 years, I'd won 30 straight games as a coach. We had great players, and we go 5-5 here, and I think our town was more excited than Newton. I mean, we went 5-5, and they treated us like the New England Patriots. So that was exciting, and we just want to build on that this year and years to come.
Offensive side of the football this year, who are you going to be keying in on, and what are you looking for out of your position players?
Well, we're starting a lot of new people in different positions. Probably one of our best overall players running the football is Landon Corbett. He started as our true freshman last year at running back, and we made the move to him play quarterback. And when you do that, that kind of lessens who you have at running back. So we got two guys. One guy didn't even play football last year. Another one was our kicker, and they're starting at running back. We also got the best receiver in the district coming back, which is a good thing for us, Ion Clark. And so we're trying to find ways to get him the ball, let Landon carry the ball also. And so I feel real good about our offensive line. I think that's end up going to be our strength, and which is a good thing. And we probably won't be able to play as fast as I would like to, but we're still going to try to do some tempo and stuff. But our guys are still learning the offense, and some of them haven't played. And, in a pressure situation, sometimes they get a little starry-eyed, and you got to slow things down and until we get it. So, but they're a fun group to coach because there's not any complaining, there's no griping. You can work the dog out of them, and they're going to stay out, keep working hard, and not say a word. So they're a joy to coach.
You talk about still learning the playbook. How much of the effect of COVID did that have into the practices and everything about limiting, the time that you had with the team?
You couldn't have your normal spring football. I mean, for Class 3A, 4A, and lower, you don't ever do pads, but you can work them during athletic period. So when we went for spring break in March, and we're starting baseball, and we're going to try to go to some start practicing football sometime in April, and probably get about 4 weeks during athletic period. Well, that was taken away, so we couldn't do anything. And then when they allowed us in June, the UIL allowed us to start working with our kids, what had been happening before they even allowed us, our kids started coming up here on their own. And we would watch from our windows because we couldn't go out there and coach them for COVID, and it was against the rules. But they were out there coaching themselves, and they were going up and down the field. They had a quarterback, they had the offensive line. They were out there coaching themselves, throwing routes. The young kids, even the kids coming in as freshmen, some 8th graders. So that was good to see, and that's a great step for our program because when they start doing that, they start coaching themselves, you're on to bigger and better things in the near future.
Flipping to the defensive side of the football, who are you going to be relying on to lead the defense, kind of be your leader on the field?
Well, we changed styles of defense, I'll say that. Coach Ventures, we are bringing the Newton Eagles 7-diamond defense, and it's a pressure defense. And we had one test run the other night in the scrimmage against Hardin Jefferson, and that night we looked better than at any point last season at playing 11 games. There was not one point during the season where we looked better last year than what we looked that night. So the kids were excited, we're moving around, we're blitzing, and that's what we got to do. So that's exciting. I don't know if there's really one key guy. I'll say this, if you look at our defensive ends, you got 2 new starters there, and they're the Bailey brothers. You got number 11, you got number 24. And one's a senior, 24 is a senior, and the other one's a sophomore, but they're about 6'4", 6'3", and they look the part. And I'm excited to watch those guys play right there.
It's always nice to get some length off the end of the
Absolutely.
defensive
It's pretty
line.
cool having defensive ends, your bookend defensive ends, and their brothers. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
How familiar are you with the brand of football that Coach Wagner brings in with Hamshire Fannett?
Well, I mean, they run the spread offense, so coaching's a neat thing because you meet so many new friends, and I think we found out that one of his best friends and one of my good friends, who I played college football with, that's one of his best friends down there, Coach Wagner. So Mike Shields he's the head coach at McGregor, and I was a quarterback in southeastern Oklahoma back in the 80s. When I say that, remember growing up, I always thought when people would reference the 50s, I would go, man, they're old. Now I say the 80s, and our kids are looking at me, 80s? They weren't even. So anyway, I played with Mike Shields, and then it turns out Mike Shields and Coach Wagner are almost like best buddies. So we had some good things to talk about and some things in common. But they do a great job. They got a lot of kids out. They had a really good run last year. They had a really good quarterback. I'm glad he graduated. But they got a new one now that he's pretty good too. He's pretty salty. So got a lot of respect for the program. We know their defensive coordinator, Jeremy Hamshire. He was a defensive coordinator here in 08 and 09. And that's probably some of the best years in Anahuac. We coached against them when I was at Kirbyville. We'd play them in the second round. We beat them, but they were always the best defense we played all year until we got to the state game. So anyway, we're excited about it. We should be playing every year because Hampshire's just right down the road. They're a 4A, we're a 3A, so they're a much bigger school than us. And to have us outnumbered tonight, you can look down there, they've got twice as many guys. But we ought to play. There's a little bit of rivalry from the kids and communities and stuff, so it's exciting.
What's going to be keys to victory tonight?
Well, we got to take care of the football. I know everybody says that, but we have a brand new center, new quarterback, new running backs. The situations out there on the field we can't panic, but we got to take care of the football and make sure we get the snap first, hand the ball off, good pocket, don't let them strip it. That's what we got to do on offense. And I think defensively, even though they got a lot of talent and they're going to have some plays, but we're going to have a lot of good plays also. So I think our defense can keep us in the game as long as we don't turn the ball over. So that's what to look for tonight.
Coach, best of luck in tonight's contest, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you covering us.
Head coach Greg Neese of the Anahuac Panthers as we continue the Third Coast Martial Arts pregame show after this along the Anahuac Sports Network. Anahuac Sports Live wants to let everybody know that we're having a school spirit shirt giveaway courtesy of We've Got You Covered. There are 4 ways to win. First 50 new subscribers on YouTube, first 50 shares of YouTube link on Facebook, first 50 retweets of the YouTube Twitter link on Twitter, and the first 50 likes on Instagram. Make sure you do one of those things to be entered for the drawing to win one of the school spirit shirts courtesy of We Got You Covered and Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram back from Kyle Whitefield on the campus of Anahuac High School, joined alongside by Trent Hart as we are here tonight for the opening game for the Panthers as coming out onto the field. The Anahuac Panthers are getting set as head coach Greg Neese in his second year here with the ball club. 10-3A. Finished last year 5-2 in district, 5-5 on the season. Made it to the first round of the playoffs and was knocked out. As you heard in the pregame show, Coach Neese trying to build on success from last year, continuing it into this year, going as far as having the players joining this summer, coming to the field and practicing on their own. Talking about what a great group of kids these are here, the Panther Ball Club here coming into the 2020 season. As for Hamshire Fannett, the Longhorns head coach Mark Wagner coming out of 11-4A, one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas, with the likes of Silsbee and West George start. Overall last year, 7-4, as they beat Center in the by-district round of the playoffs, 50-42, before getting knocked out in the second round of the playoffs. As Hamshire Fannett brings their high-tempo spread offense into tonight's ball club. As you also heard head coach Neese talk about in the pregame show, the Diamond 7 defense that he's reincorporating here in Anahuac from his Newton High School days. As we talked about earlier, the Hardin-Jefferson scrimmage that they had last week that you could have seen here on Anahuac Sports Live, where the Diamond 7 defense worked really well in the scrimmage. The players were excited about it during the scrimmage, after the scrimmage, so should be fun to see how that rolls out this week here in the first game of the season. And just overall excited to get back to high school football here in the state of Texas. A little bit of normalcy for a Friday night. I want to thank again the Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts Center here in Anahuac for the pregame show. Also want to remind everyone to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We thank you for joining us on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons. YouTube graphic on the screen. As coming onto the field is the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns, as they're going to come through their Longhorn mascot here, coming out pretty soon. Here after the teams take the field, we'll have you the national anthem. Want to thank some of our other sponsors, Wilcox Drugstore, 1208 Miller Street here, Anahuac Forest on 810 Miller, Anahuac National Bank, 801 Ross Sterling, member FDIC, equal housing lender, the Community Christian Fellowship Church of Oak Island, located at 442 Eagle Drive, Porter's Alligator and Deer Processing, 4311 FM 563 here in Anahuac, and the Texas Farm Bureau Hillary Auto Agent, 909 Wilcox Street. Thanking them for presenting tonight's ball game here on the inaugural Anahuac Sports Live football game, as we'll be back after this along Anahuac Sports Live. Checks out Jerome. Back here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School as we get set tonight for kickoff of Anahuac's 2020 football season. As Hamshire Fannett invades from southeast Texas to head down here to Anahuac as we get set for the coin toss. Anahuac tonight in their gold uniforms with white trim, black numerals, black pants, black helmets. Hamshire Fannett in their all-white uniforms with blue numerals, blue helmet, and yellow lining. So team captains will meet at midfield. Clean slate for both teams, opening game of the 2020 Texas high school football season.
And the team captains are meeting at midfield. Also in the changes in the rules this year, there will be no handshake.
A lot of different rules coming into this year due to COVID. Zion Clark, your captain for the Anahuac Panthers tonight. So Anahuac has won the toss. They've elected to defer. Team captain for the Longhorns, Caleb Chandler, the senior, as we get set to go. So Anahuac going to get a chance to show off their new defense tonight, as they will get the ball here in the second half of the ball game. Going over the offensive starters for Hamshire Fannett. Quarterback, the starting quarterback tonight, Keegan Heckerman, the junior. As you heard on the pregame show, head coach Mark Wagner talking about how he was going to cycle in some of the different quarterbacks to see what sticks tonight. Also starting at wide receiver, Jordan Denson. Running back, Jordan Joyner. One of the best wide receivers in 11-4A, Garrett Piku. As also at wide receiver, Colin Dorsey. Third wide receiver, Austin Baker. Offensive line includes Adam Bueno, Caden Farrell, Lane Warner, Kyler Nanette, and Vance Moore. Kickoff is going to be end over end. It's going to fall to about the 8-yard line. Across the 15, cuts back left side, is going to be taken down, will fall forward to about the 24-yard line. As Denson took it to where they will set up at the 24-yard line. Keegan Heckerman brings his Longhorns onto the field as they are looking to hurry things up here early. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Pistol running back right behind them, getting the play call from the sideline. Is now moving to 5 wide. It's Heckerman out of the gun. Will send his man in motion. Will take it straight up the gut. He's going to find some tough sledding. We're going to have a flag early on. It's going to be a pickup of 1. We'll see what the penalty was. So face mask, tack on an extra 15. That'll give Hamshire Fannett their first down of the evening. And very quickly again, Heckerman out of the gun, 5 wide. Is going to hand it off right side across the 45-50. Has room, 45 into Panther territory. He's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 30. They'll give him the 29-yard line. Denson Denson with a pickup of 32. As now 4 wide. Joyner will now offset left side. Heckerman's going to take it left side also. Across the 30, looking to make a move, is going to get pushed out of bounds at the 26. That'll be a pickup of 3. His second carry of the game for 4 yards. Will bring up second down and 6. Make it 7. 4 wide. Heckman out of the gun. Pistol formation behind him is Joyner. Longhorns testing the Diamond 7 defense here early on, spreading them out. Sends a man in motion. It's Denson. Will inside handoff to Joyner. Spin move across the 25. He's going to get corralled by a host of Panther defenders. That's going to be a pickup of 5. Brings up 3rd down and 2. First carry of the game for Joyner. 3rd down and 2. Will tick under 11 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Send Denson in motion. Sets back. Heckman right, rolls right. Looking downfield. Has a man overthrown as the Panther defense has held so far. That'll bring up 4th down on the incompletion from Heckman. Intended receiver was Garrett Piku. As it looks like head coach Wagner is going to keep his offense on the field here for 4th down and 2. Testing the defense here early on. Five D linemen will send the man in motion. Heckman's going to roll to his left side. He's going to pick up the first down and more. We'll get to the 15. Falls forward to the 14. Give him a pickup of 7. Third rush for 11 yards for Heckman, as they'll look to speed things up once again. Third first down of this drive for the Longhorns. 4 wide as they look to get the play call from the sideline. Heckman out of the gun. 7 down lineman for the Panthers. Sends a man in motion. It's Piku. Inside handoff is going to go across the 10, the 5. He's going to get spun around, fumble. And it looks like the Longhorns are going to jump on it. That's going to be a pickup of 11 and a first down. Joyner on the carry. 4th first down of the drive, as now within striking range inside the 5. First down and goal for the Longhorns. We'll tick under 9:40 remaining here in the first quarter. No score yet. Heckman out of the gun. Rolling left. He's going to keep it himself. Across the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, a pretty good audition for Keegan Heckman as he marches the Longhorns down the field for the first score of the season for the Longhorns, as they now lead 6-0 pending the PAT. Handling the kicking duties for the Longhorns, Eddie Melendez, the senior. On the hold is Austin Baker, as the kick is through and true. So with 9:35 remaining here in the first quarter of play, Hamshire Fannett has jumped out to a 7-0 score, as we'll be back after this along Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram back here from Anahuac High School. Kyle Whitefield as Hamshire Fannett has jumped out to a 7-0 lead over the Anahuac Panthers, as the Panthers will get set to get their hands on the football for the first time this year. Your Panthers starting offense: wide receiver Zion Clark, the junior; Lane Cormier, the senior running back; Miles Tinsley, the junior running back as well; Landon Corbett, the sophomore starting quarterback; Christian Sanchez, wide receiver, junior. As we get set for the kickoff. As that is Piku kicking it off. End over end kick is going to fall to about the 8. Across the 10, 15, 20. And pushing forward to the 25. He'll fall forward to the 26, as that's where the Panthers will set up shop for their first possession of the season. Carter Newell, part of the beef up front, along with Blake Besdick, the senior, as Newell senior as well. Eli Burns, the junior. Logan Lotz, the senior. Jonathan Cooper, the sophomore. And starting at tight end, Wyatt Gates, the senior. As Corbett is going to take it straight up the gut. He's going to pick up 3. That'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Apparently I need to get my eyes checked. Yeah, that's better. We'll go with 3. 2nd down and 7. As Corbett leads the Panthers here onto the field. As we'll have a timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alex Outram back with producer Trent Hart here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School, where the Panthers have taken their first time out of the first half. Want to remind everybody to like us on Facebook at Anahuac Sports Live. Also on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter at AP_Sports Live. So Corbett will lead the Panthers back onto the field. Jumbo formation up front. He'll have a single back behind him, 2 wide. Fakes the handoff, looks downfield as he was trying to find his tight end Gates. That will fall to the turf and will bring up 3rd down and 7. Faked the handoff out of the backfield. Tried to draw the defense in, just couldn't make the connection with Gates down the field. 3rd down and 7. 8:57 remaining here in the first quarter. 2 wide, single back, as there's going to be a miscommunication between the deep back and Corbett. He's going to get knocked to the ground. He'll lose 2, and that'll bring up 4th down and long. So a quick 3 and out there for the Panthers will give the ball back to the Longhorns. Set back deep to handle the punting duties for the Panthers. It's like 27, Christian Sanchez. Snap back. Kick is off. Going to be end over end. It's going to get some good roll on here. Cross the 40. Will make its way down to the 36-yard line, where it'll be come delay, as that is where the Longhorns will set up shop here for their second possession of the ball game, with 7:59 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 on your Anahuac Flora scoreboard here in the first quarter. Want to thank Turn 2 Specialties for being a sponsor with us on the scoreboard. As handoff is going to go right side, lots of room, 35-40. 45 will get pushed out of bounds. We'll see if they give him the 46. They do. That'll be a pickup of 10 for Piku. Fifth first down of the game for Hamshire Fannett. As 5 wide to the far side. Quick pitch left side is going to go across midfield. Across the 45. He'll fall forward. It's going to be a pickup of 9. Denson on the catch and run brings up second down and short as the Longhorns enter Panther territory. Second down and 1. The Longhorns will remain at 5 wide. 3 to the far side, 2 to the near. Longhorns moving left to right on your screen. Sends Piku in motion. He'll keep it himself. Heckerman will get down to the 40. Will be enough for the first down after the pickup of 4. His 5th carry of the ball game for 20 yards. That's the 6th first down for the Longhorns here in the first quarter. First down and 10 from the Panther 40. They'll go 2 wide on each side. Out of the gun is Heckerman. He'll hand it off to the first back through. Is going to push forward to the 35. As it looked like on the rush there, was Dante Zeno. We'll bring up second down and 5. Out of the gun is Heckerman. They'll send Denson in motion. Will roll right, looking downfield. Under pressure is going to be thrown, a little bit too high for Piku as he couldn't come down with it. Nice open field tackle there in the secondary. Someone whose name we mentioned quite a bit in the scrimmage as Zion Clark coming in to break up the tackle there, or break up the reception. So that'll bring up third down and 5 here for the Longhorns. As they will bring in the first quarterback change of the evening, as this quarterback is Zeno. Zeno rolls left, looking downfield. It has a man. It's going to go in and out of his hands as they could not convert the pass and catch. We'll bring up fourth down and 5. As we have a timeout on the field by the Panthers, their second of the half. Back after this along Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Alex Outram back here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School. As fourth down and 5 here, kind of no man's land for the Longhorns, so they're going to go for it. It's Zeno out of the gun. 4 wide, rolls right, under pressure. We're going to have a flag on the play. He's going to get away from pressure across the 35. He's going to get tackled out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him, as they have it marked at the 31, which would be short of the first down. We have to see what the flag is. This could be a huge flag. Panther defense is showing against the Longhorns as the defense is coming off the field. As the Panther defense has stood, that'll be a turnover on downs, and the Panthers will get the ball at their own 31-yard line to start their second possession. So 6:07 remaining here in the first quarters. Panther defense has shut down the second drive of the ball game for the Longhorns. See if they can carry that momentum on to offense here. From their own 31. As Corbett will be under center. He'll have two backs behind him, offset, two receivers near side. Anahuac moving right to left. We'll send the man in motion. Defense will shift over. They're going to toss it right side. Across the 30, he'll be met by a defender and brought down. They're going to give him a pickup of 3 for Sanchez. Second down and 7 here. Still early in the first half. Want to thank those of you tuning in here tonight to catch our inaugural broadcast of Anahuac Panther football. You've been seeing the great games that the Lady Panthers volleyball teams have been doing. Under center's Corbett. Corbett's going to take it left side, moves it back center. It's going to break a tackle. Will fall across the 40. They'll call him down at the 40. He'll bring up third down and short. 4 yards for Corbett. I'm sorry. 6 yards for Corbett. His third carry of the ball game for 7 yards. Very quickly, pitch right side, trying to get some beef up there. We'll see where they gave him, if they gave him forward progress. The referee, the linesman on the near side gave him the first down. On the far side, they're saying no, so it's going to be fourth down and short. No gain for Cade Dye. So fourth down here, fourth down and short, as Corbett gets the play call. We'll tick under 4:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Corbett will move under center. Longhorns are stacking the line, as he's going to try to push forward. And this time it looks like they're going to give it to him. They're going to give him the pickup of 1. We'll move the chains for a first down. First down of the game for the Panthers. As the new line of scrimmage will be the 41-yard line. Follow us on Instagram at Anahuac Sports Live. All our social media platforms. Tell your friends. They can tune in. Corbett rolls left, has a man downfield, caught. As the pickup of 21 yards on the pass and catch to Clark. First down and 10 in Longhorn territory. Corbett bobbles the snap. It's picked up in the backfield as Sanchez is going to lose 2. We'll bring up second down and 12. Fantastic play, pass and catch there from Corbett to Clark. As Clark has already made a fantastic play in the secondary. Comes up big there with a 21-yard reception. Second down and long now. As Corbett will come under center. We'll go 3 wide. 1 to the far side, 1 to the near, or 2 to the near side. They'll roll the tight end to the far side. Looking downfield as Corbett has his man just a tad high as he was looking for Cade Dye. the senior. 1 for 3 for Corbett on pass plays for 21 yards so far. We'll bring up 3rd down and long as Panthers trying to get something going here in Longhorn territory. That incompletion will stop the clock with 3:19 remaining here in the first quarter as the Longhorns lead the Panthers 7-0 on your Anahuac National Bank scoreboard. Out of the gun is Corbett. He'll send far receiver right far. As in motion, he'll take it straight up the middle. Across the 40, 35, gets upended. They'll call him down at the 35. That'll be a pickup of 5. We'll bring up 4th down and 7. So now decision time here for head coach Greg Neese as kind of in limbo at the 35, a little bit too close to punt, but a little bit too far for a field goal. So we'll see what play call he comes up with here. As they'll go 3 wide to the far, single back. Corbett will come under center. Looking downfield, going for Clark. Fakes across the 30, 25, 20. Outstanding play fake. As a 15-yard gain will move the chains. As Corbett faked out everybody to convert on 4th down. So the Panthers 1 for 1 on 4th down. And move into the red zone. Penetrating deep into Longhorn territory as Corbin will go in the center. 2 backs will fake the handoff left side. We'll hand it off right side to Dye. Dye will get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 2nd down and 10. The key to that last run by Corbett was the play fake as he faked it downfield to Clark. Everybody at the secondary had keyed in on Clark on the near side. He was able to take it straight up the gut, pick up big chunk yardage. So 2nd down and 10 here as Corbett will have 2 receivers to the far side, two running backs behind him as he'll roll to his right side, has some protection looking downfield as he'll take off across the 20, across the 15 down to the 10. There's a flag on the play. As it stands now, it's a pickup of 12. We'll see what the laundry on the field is. It was in the vicinity of holding. And holding is the call. So that'll negate the 12-yard pickup. Will be a 10-yard penalty. We'll set it back to the 30 and bring up 2nd down and 20. And those are the type of penalties that you cannot have. 2nd penalty of the ball game for the Panthers, as that's 25 yards on penalties so far. So Corbett getting the play call from the sideline. Head coach Greg Neese had talked about in the pregame show the excitement for his offensive line, as they had shown a lot of improvement, so he was excited to see him here in action play. Corbett again, 2 wide, as the Panthers will call their last timeout of the half here in the first quarter, as we'll take a break and be back on Anahuac Sports Live.
Want to escape to a relaxing destination on the Texas Gulf Coast? Trinity Bay RV and Lodging has just what you need. Nestled next to historic Fort Anahuac Park and less than an hour east of Houston, Trinity Bay RV and Lodging has everything for your next vacation, weekend getaway, or extended stay, offering daily, weekly, and monthly rates on 54 full hookup RV sites and 11 fully furnished cabins. Visit online today at trinitybayrvlodging.com or give them a call, 409-267-6774.
As we come back to action here, 2nd down and 20. Corbett will come under center. He's got 2 backs behind him. Rolling left side, looking downfield. has a man. It's Clark. He's open and just off the fingertips of Clark as he could not corral the pass and just short of a touchdown there. As that was a nice layout by Clark to go all out to try to corral that pass. Was just short. Now 3rd down and long for the Panthers. As Corbett will have to play Houdini again to pick up the first down. Minute 16 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 on your turn 2 Specialty Companies scoreboard. Single back sends Dye in motion. Corbett fakes the handoff under pressure, rolls right, has a man downfield, flag down again as he is going to put his knee down. He'll pick up 4, but they'll probably have a holding call that the Longhorns will decline and will still bring up 4th down. So that'll go down as Corbett's 7th carry for 32 yards here in the first quarter.
Penalty of holding against Anahuac.
And they're going to accept the penalty. So they're going to mark it off, take that rush off for Corbett. Still puts them at 6 for 28 yards. They want to put them as far back as possible. So this is going to be 3rd down and 30 from the Longhorn 40-yard line. As the Panthers had penetrated pretty deep into Longhorn territory at the 20 before penalties started piling up for them. 3rd penalty of the ball game for 35 yards for the Panthers. So Corbett will go under the gun. He's offset to each side, 2 receivers near side. Looking for Clark downfield, has him, throws into triple coverage, in and out of the hands as dangerous pass there from Corbett into triple coverage. As that was intended for Lane Cormier, the senior. So 1 of 4 passing here for Corbett. That'll bring the punting unit on. 4th down and 30. As coming into the game, Christian Sanchez set back deep to handle the punting duties. High snap is going to go over the head of Sanchez as he's going to have nothing to do except fall as another player is able to fall on it. That's going to be a huge loss as the Longhorns will have terrific field position at the Panther 24-yard line.
Longhorns will take over 1st and 10 from the Anahuac 24.
Turn of events here as the Panthers had gone deep into Longhorn territory and then just went nothing but backwards, unfortunately, as that has set up the Longhorns pretty nicely here deep into Panther territory. 1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line. 4 wide will send the man in motion as we're going to have flags on the play. It looks like we'll have a false start on the Longhorns. That'll be their first penalty of the ball game. As Keegan Heckerman back at quarterback for the Longhorns. So 5-yard penalty will put him back at the 29. Bring up 1st down and 15. Heckerman looking to the sideline for the play call. Wide receivers out there with him include Garrett Piku, Jordan Denson, Austin Baker. As now they'll send Heckerman into motion. As we'll have a timeout on the field by the Longhorns. We'll take it with them back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
First down and 15 for the Longhorns, as it's now Zeno who will come under center. 5 wide, 3 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Sets back under heavy pressure, as this is going to go off the fingertips of Heckman, as it looked like they kind of wanted to do some trickaroo there, as Heckman was behind the line of scrimmage, but Zeno had thrown the football ahead of the line of scrimmage. Nonetheless, incompletion, no harm, no foul, will bring up second down and 15. Dante Zeno, the freshman. 3 wide for the Longhorns, second down and 15. Zeno sets back, under pressure again, as he's going to go down for a sack. In on the sack by number 8, Luke Foster. As Robert Bailey also in on the sack as well. Nice teamwork there, as now third down and very long for the Longhorns. As the team is walking to the sideline, they're going to let the first quarter expire, as we will move to the second quarter of play with Hamshire Fannett leading Anahuac 7-0 back after this along Anahuac Sports Live.
Looking for just the right bank? For a real community bank, locally owned and operated since 1976, come to Anahuac National Bank. Offering services from your first checking account to mobile and online banking to business and home loans. This is Texas banking at its best. Find us online at anbank.net. Anahuac National Bank, Chambers County's only locally owned and independently operated bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alex Outram back here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School. As we move to the second quarter of play, Hamshire Fannett leading Anahuac 7-0 on the Turn 2 Specialty Company scoreboard. Want to thank our sponsors, including Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts here, bringing you the second quarter of action, 312 Miller Street, along with Wilcox Drugstore on 1208 Miller Street as well. So third down and long for the Longhorns, as the Panthers now spread out the secondary. Sets back Zeno under heavy pressure, and he's going to go down. He had no chance back there, as first man back there was 33, Logan De Hoyos, the senior, as he'll get his first sack of the season, as that'll bring up fourth down and even longer, as we should see the punting unit come on here for the Longhorns. So the Panther defense holds again as the Longhorns had gotten fantastic field position at the Panther 24, but did nothing but go backwards. So back deep for the Panthers. It's going to be number 7, Landon Corbett. Corbett doing all sorts of things tonight for the Panther offense. Snap back, kick is high but not far, as it's going to take a Panther roll. It's going to go sideways as the Panthers will set up shop from their own 30-yard line here to begin their first possession of the second quarter. 10:59 remaining here in the second quarter, as the wind is kicking here tonight here in Anahuac, blowing north to south. Fourth possession of the ball game for the Panthers, as Corbett will lead the offense back onto the field. Check that, third possession of the ball game, as they'll take over at their own 30. Corbett out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers to each side, looking right side, trying to find a hole, finds a seam up the middle, breaks a lot of tackles, 35-40. I don't even know how he did that. He played Houdini once more. A pickup of 17 and a first down. 45 yards on 7 carries now for Corbett. Third first down of the game for the Panthers. 2 wide to the near side, as pitch will go right side. Has some room, 45-50, across 45-40, as chunk yardage play once more, pick up a 13. Miles Tinsley with the pickup of 13. His first carry of the ball game. Another first down, and just like that, back-to-back plays into Longhorn territory. First down and 10 from the Longhorn 40. They'll go double receivers here near side, as pitch will go right side again. It's going to bounce off of them as they're going to fight for the ball, and it's going to be a turnover for the Panthers as the Longhorns will fall on it. Anakin Hall on the recovery for the Longhorns, and just like that, all the momentum was going the Panthers' way. And now turns it back over to the Longhorns, where they will set up shop at their own 44-yard line here with 10:11 remaining. Boy, that's too bad there, as the Panthers had really got something rolling. So first down and 10 is Heckman back at quarterback for the Longhorns. 2 receivers to each side, as it looks like head coach Mark Wagner has added some beef to the offensive line to try to delay some of the pressure that the Panthers have been able to get. So it's Heckman out of the gun, first down and 10. Sends a man in motion, as he'll take it straight up the gut across the 45-50, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, as he'll get taken down at the 46. That'll be a pickup of 10. They'll tack on 15 for a face mask. Sixth carry of the ball game for Heckman gives them 30 yards. Another penalty against the Panthers. 50 yards of penalties here in the first half for the Panthers. Not exactly what head coach Greg Neese was looking for. We'll tack on the 15 yards. We'll set up shop at the 31-yard line of the Panthers. First down and 10. We'll take under 9:50 remaining here in the first half of play. 5 wide, 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Sends his man in motion, Denson. Hands it off. Across the right side, across the 30. Makes a move, 25, as he'll be gang tackled there. After the pickup of 6, we'll bring up second down and 4. His second carry of the ball game for 38 yards. Second down and a long 4. Short 5, if you will. Sends a man in motion. Heckman rolling left side. Across the 25, flag down. Stiff arms a man, gets pushed out of bounds. We'll have to see what the penalty was, as looked like there could have been clipping. We'll see what the official call on the field is. It's in the vicinity of holding, but clipping is the call. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Second penalty of the ball game for the Longhorns for 20 yards. So second down and long here as they move from the 25, check that, the 27 back to the 42. So second down and 21. It's Zeno out of the gun, as that's going to be a high snap over his head. Panthers trying to jump on it. Zeno's going to get back on it, but it's going to be a gigantic loss. 24-yard loss by Zeno. We'll bring up third down and I-10. So now if you're the Panther defense, you want to avoid any penalties here and not give them the easy first down. 5 wide is the formation as Zeno, the freshman, is out of the gun. Zeno sets back under pressure, setting up a screen, as that's going to go nowhere. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage there, but that'll be it, as the Panthers have held once again. The Diamond 7 defense really coming in clutch here for head coach Greg Neese and the Panthers. Talked about on the pregame show how excited he was about it, how excited the defense was about it, and it's really showing. I think they were a little nervous on the first possession of the ball game, but once they got the cobwebs knocked out, things have been rolling for the Panther defense. So Corbett back deep. As snap back, kick is end over end. Better punt this time for the Longhorns, as this one's going to take a Longhorn roll. It'll bounce from the 41 down to the 37 of the Panthers, as that's where they'll set up shop for their second possession of the second quarter. Here's 7:20 remaining in the second. 7-0 Longhorns leading the Panthers on your Turn 2 Specialty Company scoreboard. Also want to bring up Anahuac Florists for being a sponsor. Thank them for sponsoring here the second quarter. Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. First down and 10 from the 37 for the Panthers. Corbett will bring the offense back onto the field. Last possession, they had 2 fantastic rushes before turning the ball over. We'll see if they go back to that recipe. So Corbett out of the gun. I'm sorry, that was a direct snap. That was Corbett, as Corbett lost the ball but was recovered. A loss of 2. Second down and 12 for the Panthers. Loss of 2 gives them 8 rushes for 43 yards. Second down and long at their own 35-yard line. Clark to the near side. As Corbett going downfield is not going to have him overthrown. Corbett only 1 of 5 so far here in the first half. That one pass going to Clark for 21 yards. And just like that, third down and long here on this possession for the Panthers, as Corbett will come back to get the play from the sideline. The sophomore quarterback was a starting running back last year, making the move to quarterback this year. We'll bring the play call in. Corbett under center. Jumbo formation. Is under pressure, looking for a man downfield. Has one, and it's going to be just to the side of the tight end, Wyatt Gates. So incomplete there. We'll bring up 4th down, and we'll bring Christian Sanchez back onto the field to handle the punting duties for the Panthers. As the Longhorn defense holds here with 6:32 remaining in the second quarter. So Sanchez set back for the punt. Back deep for the Longhorns. Looks like it's Colin Dorsey, the junior. Low snap this time. Sanchez picks it up off the ground, gets off a good punt as Dorsey will take it from the 29 across the 30, across the 35, 40, makes some moves. 45 will fall forward to about the 47, as that is where the Longhorns will set up shop after a fantastic return by Colin Dorsey for the Longhorns. As want to remind everybody, Anahuac Sports Live is doing a School Spirit shirt giveaway, courtesy of We've Got You Covered. 4 ways to enter, and we'll get back to that here after this play. As it's Heckathorn out of the gun. Will take it himself across the 50 in the Panther territory. He's going to get wrestled down at the 45-yard line. Make it the 46. That'll be a pickup of 7 for Heckerman. Ways to get an entry, the first 50 new subscribers to YouTube, first 50 shares of YouTube link on Facebook, first 50 retweets of the YouTube link on Twitter, and first 50 links on Instagram, first 50 likes on Instagram. Those will be entered into the drawing for your chance to win the School Spirit shirt, courtesy of We've Got You Covered and Anahuac Sports Live. So 2nd down and 4 here for the Longhorns. After the pickup of 6. Out of the gun, we'll send a man in motion. Heckerman will hand it to the first man through across the 45. He's going to fight forward to the 43. That's going to be a 1st down. On the carry, Joyner, he'll pick up the 4. Will move the chains. 8th 1st down of the ball game. For Joyner, that's 3 rushes, 20 yards. New set of downs for the Longhorns from the Panther 43-yard line. In tight, we'll send the man in motion. It's Denson. Out of the gun is Heckerman. Rolling right side, he's going to take it himself across the 40. Across the 45, somehow slipped out of some tackles. Across the 33, he'll fall forward to the 27. As that'll be a pickup of 15 and a 1st down.
Number 11, Dorsey on the carry. Makes his way to the Anahuac 27-yard line, 1st and 10.
So they snuck a handoff there on me. So that was actually Dorsey with the pickup of 15. His first carry of the ball game. Heckman out of the gun. He's going to flick it to Piku. Piku across the 30. Tried to string the field out. Really didn't get anywhere as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Foster on the stop for the Panthers. Bring up 2nd down and 10. From the Panther 28-yard line. Trent, I need to get my eyes checked. So Heckerman out of the gun, 4 wide, 2nd down and 11 after the loss of 1. Heckerman's going to take it straight up the gut, breaks a couple tackles, but will be group tackled there. In on the tackle, Presley Mouton, the sophomore. So 3rd down and 8 after the pickup of 3. 33 yards on 7 carries for Heckman. We'll see if the Panther defense can hold once more. They've done a fantastic job since the first possession of the ball game. Big key to the Panther defense has been able to get pressure on these third down plays. As we're going to have a timeout on the field, Longhorns call it their second. They'll have 1 remaining, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram, Trent Hart back here from Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School, where 3rd down and 8, the Panther defense is looking to hold. The freshman Zeno back at quarterback for the Longhorns. Sends a man in motion. As it looked like movement on the field. Zieno, he's looking downfield. He has a man and able to regroup and make the play. Fantastic defensive play by Zion Clark. As he had got twisted around, was able to get back into the play, broke it up, denied the touchdown. Now 4th down for the Longhorns. First time that they had 4th down in this type of territory, they went for it. We'll see what head coach Mark Wagner decides to do once more. 4th down and 8. It looks like the offense is staying on the field, and it's going to be Zeno back at quarterback. He'll be offset to his right with 4 wide, 2 to each side. Heckman, the nearest receiver. Zeno rolls right, has a man under pressure, looks downfield, and it's going to be knocked away. He had a man open, but decided to go for the home run ball, as that'll be a turnover on downs. On the breakup of the ball is going to be Miles Tinsley, the junior. And once more, you got to hand it to the Panther defense here in the first half. They broke, but they bent, but they didn't break, as this could have gotten away pretty easily. But they have stood up to the Longhorn defense, and now the Panther offense is trying to get back on track here from their own 26-yard line. 1st down and 10, 2:43 remaining here. Panthers do not have any timeouts. Corbett under pressure. Finds him, got rid of the ball somehow, and Clark with an amazing catch. 15-yard pickup. First and 10 from the 42. Corbett under all sorts of pressure. Again played Houdini to get the ball away to Clark. 1st down and 10. Corbett under center. Toss right side. Has his man, makes a move, looking to get forward, cannot get past the line of scrimmage, will be 2nd down and 10. On the carry, Miles Tinsley. They did give him a gain of 1. So 1 for Tinsley, second rush, 14 yards. Second down and 9. We'll tick under 150 remaining here in the first half. 2 backs as he'll roll to his right. Looking downfield, looking for Clark. Going to be thrown out of bounds, incomplete. We'll bring up third down and 9. Clark, one of the tallest players on the field today, playing both ways. Saw him make a fantastic catch here just earlier. Nice turnout for the Panther fans tonight as they've been able to show their Panther pride. Even at 50% capacity. So now 3 wide for the Panthers. Have not seen that too much tonight. Corbett under center. Fakes the handoff. Tries to hit his tight end again on a quick hitch. Did not make it, but we might have roughing the passer as it could have been a late hit on the quarterback. We'll see what the official call is. That could bail the Panthers out and put them in the Longhorn field territory. We've not seen an official call. Personal foul. Low hit as so mark off 15. The third penalty of the ball game for the Longhorns. That moves the chains for the Panthers. And with just over a minute and 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, the Panthers are back in action from the Longhorn 42-yard line. And you know, in the back of Greg Neese's mind, he'd love to go in here with a score and then come and get the ball back here in the second half to begin the third quarter. Corbett sets back, has time, has a man, caught by Clark. 20-yard pass completion from Corbett to Clark. 56 yards receiving now. First down and 10. Stops the clock with the moving of the chains. 22-yard line. Make it the 23-yard line. So Corbett will come under center, 3 wide. Single back. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get 3 yards to the 20. We'll bring up second down and 7. 46 yards rushing here in the first half on 9 carries. We'll tick under 60 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the Longhorn 15, the deepest that the Panthers have drove tonight. Two running backs back. 2 receivers near side. Under pressure, Corbett's going to have to take it up the gut, and he's going to be taken down, dragged forward by his offensive lineman, and the offensive lineman may have pulled the football out of Corbett's hands, recovered by the Longhorns. As the Longhorns recover at the 10-yard line. Apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had with the video feed, as we seem to have gotten that back online. Inaugural broadcast tonight here on Anahuac Sports Live for football, so we do apologize about the technical difficulties. So first down and 10 for the Longhorns, deep in their own territory. With 37 seconds remaining here in the first half, we'll see if they want to try to push it down the field, as it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Heckelman will be out of the gun. He'll have 4 wide, offset to his left. We'll move him around to his right. As Heckelman going to keep it around by himself around the left side. He might get a yard. In fact, he's going to lose a yard, and that should probably take us to the half. We'll see if head coach Mark Wagner calls one more play. as we are going to go ahead and tick down to the halftime show. So here at the end of 2 quarters, it is Hamshire Fannett leading the Anahuac Panthers. Back here with the Anahuac National Bank halftime show after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Kyle White Stadium on the campus of Anahuac High School, where at the half, Hamshire Fannett leads the Anahuac Panthers 7-0. Want to welcome you to our Anahuac National Bank halftime show, as recapping the scoring from the first half of play, as it really all happened early on, as the Anahuac Panthers won the toss. They deferred to get the ball here in the second half, as the Longhorns started at their own 24-yard line. They went 8 plays in 2 minutes and 25 seconds, as it was Keegan Heckerman on a 5-yard rush into the end zone to score the only touchdown of the game so far, as the Anahuac Panther defense really turned up the defensive intensity after that drive, as it looked like the Longhorns really just sliced through them for the first drive of the ballgame. But as we said, the Diamond 7 defense really coming up strong, playing a fantastic rest of the first half after they gave up that early touchdown to really keep the Panther ball club in the ballgame, as the offense had some stumbles, including a couple of turnovers, both times in Longhorn territory, which did not help matters there. They also had a high snap on a punt that also set up the Longhorns with great field position that the Panther defense was able to withhold once more. Of course, first ball game of the season, so both teams really working kinks out to ensure that both the defensive and the offensive game plans are good. As you've seen, the Longhorns cycle in 2 different quarterbacks, as it's been Keegan Heckathorn and also Zena, the freshman, who has been cycling through as they've been going through that. They've shifted Heckman out to wide receiver on more than a few occasions, trying to see who is really going to take advantage of the playing time. And so far it was Heckman on that first drive of the ball game that led the Longhorns down to score. So for the Anahuac Panthers on defense, it's been the standout secondary play of Zion Clark, as he has been a stalwart back there, breaking up a couple of passes. Also in making some great plays, Miles Tinsley, Luke Foster have been in, along with the Bailey brothers, causing disruption on the defensive line. A lot of good pressure put on by the defensive line, keeping the quarterbacks for the Longhorns under pressure. So we're going to tally up the stats and get that set for you as we continue the Anahuac National Bank halftime show after this. As the Anahuac band comes onto the field, we'll have that performance with you as we'll be back.
In Introducing your 2020-2021 Anahuac High School drill team, the lovely Panthers. Tonight they will perform a jazz routine to Uma Thurman played by the Anahuac High School Band. We want to congratulate our Pantherette of the Week, Avril Alberto. The Pantherettes are directed by Kelly Guerra and led by the officer line members. Officer line members are Lieutenant Daniela Ortiz, Lieutenant Kylie Sindehas, and this year's Colonel Bree Leno. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the pride of Anahuac. Tonight they will be performing all of the lights from their 2020-2021 show. Drum majors for the pride are head drum major Abby Ortega, drum major Megan Alfred, drum major Diego Neres. Color guard captains are Sandra Hernandez and Elise Garcia.
Alex Outram back from Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School as we continue the Anahuac National Bank halftime show with Hamshire Fannett leading 7-0 over the Anahuac Panthers. As looking over at the first half stats, first for the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns, leading rusher for the Longhorns, Keegan Heckerman, 7 rushes for 33 yards as he leads the number of rushes for the Longhorns. 2 rushes for 38 yards for Denson. 3 rushes for Jordan Joyner. He's got 20 yards. 2 rushes for Piku. He's got 10. A rush for Zeno for 5 and a rush for Dorsey for 15. Passing, it was Heckman 0 for 1 as 1 for 2 as he had a reception to Jordan Denson for 9 yards. 3 penalties against the Longhorns for 35 yards as they picked up 10 first downs in the first half of play. As for the Anahuac Panthers, leading rusher, Jordan Corbett, 9 rushes, 46 yards, as Sanchez has a couple of rushes for a yard, and Miles Tinsley with 2 rushes for 14 yards. Landon Corbett, 3 of 9 for 56 yards through the air. All 3 of those passes going to Zion Clark, who's got his 3 receptions for 56 yards. 60 yards of penalties in the first half for the Panthers, as they had 5 penalties against them to begin with. They were 1 for 1 on 4th down, and they converted 6 first downs in the first half of play. So we've got just under 10 minutes remaining here at halftime, as we're going to take another break, and we will be back with a scoreboard update from around Southeast Texas and the Houston area as we continue the Anahuac National Bank halftime show after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram back here at the half as Anahuac trails Hamshire Fannett 7-0 here as we are getting closer to beginning the second half of play. Scoring updates few and far between as 5A and 6A has not started playing as of yet. The scoring updates we do have include Jasper up 20-6 over Silsbee at the half. We've got East Chambers on top of Hardin Jefferson 7-0 at the half, and Cold Spring leading Lumberton 8-6 at the half. As you can tell from some of the scoring outputs, first game of the year and trying to work the kinks out, trying to get the cobwebs knocked out as the kids start hitting each other again in full pads, getting the play calls from the sidelines, all that jazz. So, second half adjustments for the Anahuac Panthers, and really, if they maintain possession of the ball, they had a couple of really costly turnovers deep in Longhorn territory twice, where they could have put points on the board, especially there at the end of the first half of play, where if you put some points on the board, you get some momentum coming into the second half, you get the ball first, really looking for things that you can do on offense at that point. Instead, you've got the fumble on the field. The Longhorns recover. They get a little bit of momentum going back into the locker room. So if the Panthers can continue the strong resurgence on defense that they showed after the first possession of the ball game, this is going to be a lot closer than was possibly thought before going into the game. Especially the Panther offense can get some plays going together. You saw where they had a couple of big chunk rushing plays that had taken advantage of some lapses of defense for the Longhorns. But then again, another turnover ended that momentum there as well. So I'm sure one of the main keys that head coach Greg Neese was talking about in the locker room was hold on to the football, as we can have some points on the board if we hold on to the football. As far as the defense side of the ball, hey, they've put pressure on the Longhorn quarterbacks as they've gone back and forth from Heckerman and Zeno. Zion is a basketball player for the New Orleans Pelicans. But the defense has been there. They've made the plays in the secondary. They've gotten the pressure up front from their defensive line. A couple different things go a couple different ways, and you're looking at a completely different ball game right now. So now, most importantly, Anahuac getting the ball to start the second half of play, see if they can get some momentum going on the offensive side of the football, and see where they can go from there. So both teams are back on the field as the Panthers will get set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Again, want to thank Anahuac National Bank being the sponsor of the halftime show. We'll try to get you some more scoring updates here in the second half from around the area. Third quarter being brought to you in part by Community Christian Fellowship Church, 442 Eagle Drive, Oak Island. Porter's Alligator and Deer Processing, 4311 FM 563, proud supporters of the Anahuac Panthers. And Texas Farm Bureau Hillary Auto, agent 909 Wilcox. You can reach her at HAuto, OTTO at txfb-ins.com. Want to remind everybody, follow us on our social media, Anahuac Sports Live YouTube channel. If you're watching us right now, then you are looking on the YouTube channel. Just make sure you hit that subscribe, the like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons. YouTube with the YouTube graphic on the screen. So as we begin the second half of play, teed up is the ball. As kicking off for the Longhorns, Eddie Melendez. Back deep is Corbett and Clark. End over end kick is going to fall to Clark. Clark at the 6, across the 10, 15, 20. Has a seam, 25. Will get to the 30, as that's where they will mark him down to begin the first possession of the second half for the Panthers.
That's where your passes will go.
So first down and 10 from the 31. As Landon Corbett will bring his offense back onto the field. And very early on here, we'll go 3 wide. He'll have Clark to the far side. He's out of the gun, offset to his left. As looking to hand it off, fakes the handoff. He's going to take it on his own up the middle. They're going to give him we'll see where they mark it. They're going to give him a pickup of 1. We'll bring up second down and 9. 47 yards rushing on 10 carries for Corbett. Second down and 9. As Corbett will get back under center. He'll go 3 wide, 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Deep back. He'll send Sanchez in motion. Sets back. Has his man Clark. Caught. 40, falls forward to the 42. That'll be a pickup of 9 and a first down.
Number 2, Clark, gets the first down for the Panthers.
Fourth reception of the ball game for Clark for 65 yards. And just like that, first down here in the second half of play. Moving the chains, getting closer to midfield. Line of scrimmage will be the 42-yard line. As Corbett will come under center. He's got 1 receiver far side. Shifts some men in motion, including the tight end Hayes and Clark. Pitch is going to go left side to Sanchez across 40-45. He'll get pushed out of bounds at the 48. That'll be a pickup of 6 for Sanchez. Gives him 7 yards on his third carry. Will be second down and 4 from their own 48-yard line. Corbett will come under center. We'll shift some men in motion. Pitch again will go right side. Sanchez spins out of the tackle, 45. He tries to fight back to get to the line of scrimmage. I think he's going to end up losing a yard there. We'll bring up third down and 6. Check that. So they moved it back to, they said he reached the line of scrimmage, so it'll still be it's a long 4, short 5 here on third down. Fourth rush of the ball game for Sanchez. Sends Cormier to the far side. Bobble snap. Corbett picks it up, but he has nowhere to go at that point. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will still remain fourth down and 4. The Panthers did go for it on fourth down in the first half. They converted it, so 1 for 1 in the first half. We'll see what they do here inside their own territory. As for at the moment, they've got the offense still on the field. Timeout on the field for Anahuac, as we'll take it with them back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram back here from Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School. 4th down and 4 for the Panthers, and they've kept the offense on the field. At their own 48-yard line, they'll shift a couple in motion, include Hayes and Clark. Pitch is going to go right side to Sanchez. He has a hole across the 50, down to the 45. That's going to be enough for the first down. So give him a pickup of 7. Second first down of the drive, as they have converted their second first down of the ball game. 14 yards rushing on 5 carries for Sanchez now, as it looked like the Longhorn defense had really focused on the right side of the defensive line, on the right side of the offensive line as they pitched it out left and was able to pick up enough yardage for first down. In Longhorn territory at the 45. Send Sanchez in motion. Corbett looks back, trying to get downfield to Clark. Clark tried to have the one-handed play, but could not come up with the catch. Will bring up second down and 10. So the Corbett to Clark connection, 65 yards on 4 receptions so far for Clark tonight, and that's all of the completions that Corbett has this evening. 7-0, Longhorns leading the Panthers on your Turn 2 Specialty Company scoreboard. Under center will be Corbett. He'll be flanked to either side. Pitches go right side to Sanchez. Across the 45-40, tries to make a move. Bull does as a defender, down to the 35. Give him a pickup of 10 and a first down. Third first down of this drive. 9th first down of the game for the Panthers. And once again, the ground game working for the Panthers as they are at the 35-yard line of the Longhorns. And now the Panthers looking to speed it up a little bit. As Corbett out of the gun, he's offset to his left by Dye. 2 wide, sends man in motion as Cormier. He's going to take it straight up the gut, 30. Will fall forward. They'll give him to 29. That'll be a pickup of 7. We'll bring up second down and 3. Second down and 4. Pickup of 6. 53 yards on 11 rushes now for Corbett. Second down and 4. Back to the line of scrimmage already. Corbett toss right side to Dye, trying to find a man using his blockers. He's going to pick up the first down. He's going to pick up 4. First down of the drive for the Panthers as they are meticulously driving down the field on this Longhorn defense. They've been switching up the near side and the far side of the field with pitches going left and right, and it's really been working for the Panthers as the beef up front has been able to push the defensive line of the Longhorns back. So at the Longhorn 25, Corbett will come under center. Cormier now on the near side. Will fake as Corbett now is looking for a man. Dies out of the backfield, 20-15. He's going to get upended at the 14. They'll give him the 13. That'll be a pickup of 12 and a first down. 77 yards passing after the 12-yard pass and catch from Corbett to Dye. Deep in Longhorn territory now from their 13-yard line, first down and 10. Panthers looking to strike first here in the second half. We'll tick under 6:20 remaining. Dye across the 5-10, touchdown from 13 yards out. And just like that, just what the doctor ordered after the half, as the ground and pound takes them all the way down for pay dirt as they are looking to tie up the game pending the point after. As Sanchez set back to tack on the point after. The all important at this point. Snap back, kick is up, is no good, as it was hooked left. Looked a lot like my drive. But with 6:14 remaining, the Panthers are on the board. They are within one, as Hamshire Fannett still leads Anahuac 7-6, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School, where with 6:14 remaining here in the third quarter of play, Anahuac has sliced the lead to be within one, as Hamshire Fannett still leads 7-6. But just as we had talked about before the Panthers took the field for the second half of play, it was all about the ground and pound, and that was the exact case here in the first possession of the ballgame for the Panthers, as they took it right down the field to the Longhorns. Kick is going to be end over end, is going to bounce, which is dangerous, still bouncing right at the 18, picked up across the 25, 30, 35, has got a host of Panthers on his back, carries them to the 41, as that is where the Longhorns will set up shop for their first possession of the second half. So on that last drive, it was the Panthers who drove 69 yards in 5 minutes and 54 seconds to tack on the touchdown, a 13-yard rush by Dye. The PAT was no good. And now Hamshire Fannett from the 41, as it's going to be running left side, trying to find a move, as Heckerman is going to get pushed out of bounds after a pickup of, we'll see what they give him. Look like 2. They're going to give him 3. We'll bring up second down and 7. So Heckerman now with 36 yards rushing on 8 carries. We'll bring up second down and 7 from the Longhorn 44-yard line. Out of the pistol formation, behind Heckerman is Tyler Spencer. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Panthers looking to bring pressure. Sends a man in motion, that's Denson. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield, has a man caught. It's Piku, as Piku is going to be taken down at the 40-yard line, as it looked like they gave him an extra yard on that. But so they'll take it down to the 39. So give him a pickup of 20, and quickly, we're going to have false start. 2 for 3 for Heckerman for 29 yards. That's the first reception from one of the best receivers in 11-4A. Garrett Piku, is he has 20 yards on that reception. So now first down and 15 from the Panther 44-yard line. Back out of the pistol again. It's Spencer behind Heckerman. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Spencer will offset to the left side now as Heckerman sets back. Under pressure, has Spencer at the 40, the 35, and it's going to be dragged down at the 30. So that's going to be a pickup of 14. We'll bring it third down and 1. So Spencer on the reception, his first reception of the game. Heckerman is now 3 out of 4 for 43 yards. Third down, check that, second down and short. as Spencer will now offset to Heckman's right. Sends a man in motion. Heckman's going to call his own number across the 30, 25. They'll say the 26. He'll get a pickup of 5. We'll move the chains. First down and 10. 41 yards rushing on 9 carries. Quickly to the line is Heckman. He'll be offset to his left by Joyner. Sends a man in motion, rolls left, looking downfield, has a man wide open. 20, 15, 10, 5 as he reaches for the goal line, and touchdown, Longhorns from 26 yards out. So touchdown, Hamshire Fannett, just like that. They answer right back on the 26-yard touchdown. .69 yards passing, 4 for 5. Piku was on that reception. Bobbled snap, but we're going to have offsides on the Panthers. That could have been huge for the Panthers, as that would have kept it at a touchdown. But jumping offside, trying to time the snap, will give the Longhorns another chance.
Call of all sides against Anahuac. Moves the ball close to the goal line. Retry the PAT.
So 46 yards receiving for Garrett Piku now on 2 receptions. We had just talked about how he's one of the best receivers in 11-4A, and just like that, he comes out with 2 straight receptions to pay dirt. So they'll attempt the PAT again. We'll see if they go for 2 points as it moves the ball a little bit clear to the 1, as that's what it looks like they're going to do. From the 1, they're going for 2 points. The handoff straight up the gut into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Jordan Denson on the 2-point conversion, so that's going to extend the lead to 15-6, as that now makes it a 2-possession ball game for the Panthers, as Hamshire Fannett extends their lead 15-6. We'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Hello, my name is Mark Poggles, and I'm the pastor at Community Christian Fellowship Church in Oak Island, Texas. I would like to personally invite you to join us for Bible study during the week and our church services on Sunday morning. We have a nursery for the little ones, and our church family will greet you with a smile on their face and a loving heart. Come and celebrate with us as we study God's Word and give Him all the praise and thanks He deserves. Hope to see you there. Take care and God bless. Go Panthers!
Anahuac Sports Live, and We've Got You Covered, is doing a school spirit shirt giveaway, courtesy of none other than We've Got You Covered. There are 4 ways to win. First 50 new subscribers on YouTube, first 50 shares of YouTube link on Facebook, first 50 retweets on YouTube link on Twitter, and the first 50 likes on Instagram will all be entered into a drawing to get the school spirit shirt. Again, brought to you in part by We've Got You Covered and Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram back here from Kyle Whitefield on the campus of Anahuac High School, where Hamshire Fannett has extended their lead 15-6, as the end-over-end kick is going to be a pooch kick, and bobbled and recovered. That's going to be recovered by the Longhorns. So the quick score and then the recovery on the pooch kick that was bobbled has really turned our old friend Mo into the favor of the Longhorns quickly on that last drive. In a minute and 23 seconds, they drove 59 yards, capped it off with a 26-yard touchdown from Heckman to Piku, as timeout on the field currently. So again, make sure that you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell buttons. Like us on Facebook. You can find us at Anahuac Sports Live. On Twitter, you can interact with us here on the broadcast at AP_Sports Live, and on Instagram at Anahuac Sports Live as well. You can follow us on all of our social media channels. 4:36 remaining here in the third quarter as the offense of the Longhorns comes back onto the field. Make sure you let us know how we're doing. Our inaugural football broadcast here on Anahuac Sports Live. So it's Heckman out of the gun. Sends a man in motion. He's going to take it straight up the gut across the 25-20. Following the momentum of the players down, he's going to get down to the 16. It's going to be a pickup of 13. 54 yards rushing on 10 carries for Heckman now. Just like that, inside the Panther red zone from the 18, from the 17. Heckman out of the gun. He'll send the man in motion. We'll hand it off straight up the gut as getting to the 11. 5 yards on the carry, as that was Joyner. 4 rushes, 25 yards. Second down and 5. Panther defense really trying to hold here. We'll tick under 3:40 remaining here in the third quarter after this play. As Heckman rolls left, has a host of Panther defenders who are able to corral him down. They'll mark him down at the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up third down and 5. As Heckman looking right, rolling right, has a man, is going to be broken up by Clark, his third pass deflection of the game, as he has been absolutely huge in the secondary for the Anahuac Panthers tonight, not doing it on both sides of the football, leading receiver for the Panthers and breaking up the pass plays. There was laundry on the field, so we'll see what the call was. Illegal motion. Will push the Longhorns back 5 yards. Makes it third down and long. Looking to the sideline is Heckman. 4 wide, 2 to each side. He's offset to his right by Joyner. Sets back, under pressure, gets hammered, and almost intercepted. Oh my! As Luke Foster had nothing but green territory if he could hang on to the football, and what would have been a game-changing play. Still a fantastic play by Foster to break that pass up, bring up fourth down and 9 now for the Longhorns, as they are looking like they're going to go for it. 4 wide out of the pistol. It's Joyner dotting the I. as we're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Want to escape to a relaxing destination on the Texas Gulf Coast? Trinity Bay RV and Lodging has just what you need. Nestled next to historic Fort Anahuac Park and less than an hour east of Houston, Trinity Bay RV and Lodging has everything for your next vacation, weekend getaway, or extended stay, offering daily, weekly, and monthly rates on 54 full hookup RV sites and 11 fully furnished cabins. Visit online today at TrinityBayRVLodging.com or give them a call, 409-267-6774.
Fourth down and 9 here for the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns, as the Panther defense trying to bend but not break to keep this at a 2-possession ball game. Heckman looking to the sideline. At the moment, they've got 4 wide in the pistol formation. Now going to offset him to his right is Joyner. Heckman rolling right, looking downfield, under pressure, under lots of pressure. Is going to turn the corner, and he's going to mow down a defender, lose the football. It's going to go out of bounds at the 2. That's where the ball moved forward. They're marking it at the 5, where he was tackled. And that's going to be a pickup of 10 and enough for the first down. So the Longhorns convert on 4th and 9. First and goal from the 5. They hurry to the line. Jumbo formation. Heckman's going to hand it off to the last man through, and he's going to push his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Jordan Denson from 5 yards out punches it to pay dirt as Hamshire Fannett extends their lead 21-6. Third rush of the game for Denson. He now has 43 yards and a touchdown. Melendez back up to tack on the PAT. Snap back, down, kick is up, through and true. So with 2:49 remaining in the third quarter, Hamshire Fannett extends their lead 22-6 over the Anahuac Panthers, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Alex Outram back from Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School, where Hamshire Fannett has extended their lead 22-6, as the Panthers now set back to receive the kickoff. Back deep includes Zion Clark, as Melendez has it teed up at his own 40-yard line. Fake kick there by Melendez. Gets the Panthers on their toes. We'll have the drive recap here momentarily. Now the Panthers have some work to do. They caught him on the pooch kick here on the last kickoff and was able to recover it. This time they're going deep. End over end kick is going to fall to Clark at the 6. Across the 10, 15, 20. Makes a move, 25, gets spun down at the 26-yard line, as that's where the Panthers will set up shop for their second possession of the third quarter. As the last drive for Hamshire Fannett went 31 yards in 2 minutes, as taking it to pay dirt was Denson from 5 yards out after the recovery of the kickoff that was bobbled by the Panthers and recovered by the Longhorns. So now the methodical drive seems like so long ago after 2 touchdowns put up by Hamshire Fannett after the Panthers had come to within a point. So it's Corbett out of the gun. He's offset to each side. 2 receivers near side. Out of the gun. He's faked the handoff. He's going to take it himself across the 30. He'll be held up there. He'll push forward to the 33. And that'll be a pickup of 6. 59 yards on 12 carries for Landon Corbett will bring up 2nd down and 4. We'll tick under 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. Corbett gets the play calls from head coach Neese on the sideline. Runs it in. Clouds are starting to scatter here in southeast Texas as a nice moon has appeared. Wind still kicking from north to south, although it's been swirling here throughout the game as some flags are heading towards the north. Pitch is going to go left side, trying to make a move, trying to break a tackle, but nowhere to go as he's going to end up losing a yard possibly. We'll see where they spot it. And they say he's going to lose a yard on that carry. So 3rd down and 5. A very important 3rd down here as the momentum has swung completely into the Longhorns' fashion. So from their own 33, big play here in the second half. Panthers trying to answer from 2 straight touchdowns by the Longhorns. Corbett will come under center. He'll have one receiver near side. Rolls left, has to make a move, tries to find a man, is going to get tripped up, but he's going to get enough for the first down to move the chains. Pick up a 7 for Corbett. Gives them 65 yards on 13 carries, but more importantly, moves the chains and sets up the Panthers 1st down and 10 from the 40. 12th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. As the play clock will get restarted. 58 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Corbett under center. Quick throw left side, Clark across the 40, 45, breaks a tackle, tries to stay in bounds, and does. They're going to mark him out at the 47. That'll be a pickup of 7. 2nd down and 3 on the pass and catch from Corbett to Clark. 73 yards now receiving for Clark tonight on 5 receptions. 84 yards passing for Corbett. As Corbett now will be under center. They've got 2 wide. Cormier to the near side, Dye to the far side. They'll send Clark in motion, takes the toss. He's going to take it himself. He'll pick up 2. Will bring up 3rd down and 1. So we'll have to get into Longhorn territory to pick up the 1st down, as they marked it in between the 49 and the 50, so it's less than a yard Last time we saw the Panthers with this situation, they had a quarterback sneak right up the gut. We'll see if they do that again. Should be the last play of the third quarter, as we'll tick under 15 seconds. Jumbo formation in. Corbett under center. He'll set back. Looking to throw is going to Clark. Clark jump ball is going to be batted away. As Colin Dorsey, the junior for the Longhorns, is able to get up and knock the pass away from Clark, trying to get a little tricky there with third down and short, trying to hook up with Clark downfield. But now with 6 seconds remaining, as very quickly to the line, Corbett's going to push it across the 50 into Longhorn territory, and that'll be a first down at the 49. So give him a pickup of 2. And that will close out the third quarter of play. We will move to the fourth and final quarter of play. We invite you to stick with us. It's Hamshire Fannett 22, Anahuac 6. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Looking for just the right bank? For a real community bank, locally owned and operated since 1976, come to Anahuac National Bank. Offering services from your first checking account to mobile and online banking to business and home loans. This is Texas banking at its best. Find us online at anbank.net. Anahuac National Bank, Chambers County's only locally owned and independently operated bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Alex Outram back from Kyle White Field on the campus of Anahuac High School, where we have entered the fourth quarter of play with Anahuac driving. They are across the 50-yard line into Longhorn territory at their 49. We'll send some men in motion. Lone setback is Sanchez. Trying for a reverse fumble on the play is going to be recovered by the Panthers, as it's now the fourth time that the Panthers have laid the football on the field. Now we've got some laundry on the field with some extracurricular after the play. We'll have to see how the referees sort this out. Some frustration on the field being shown with the first play of the fourth quarter. So they're going to call that after the play. So after the loss, they're going to tack on 15 yards. So from the 28 now, under center's Corbett is going to roll to his right, looking downfield, trying to find Clark. Will throw it up, in and out of the hands of Zion Clark. As Clark has absolutely given his all tonight. We'll bring up 3rd and 32. It took me a second to count that many. So we'll see what play out of the playbook Coach Neese has for 3rd and long. 11 and a half remaining in the ball game now. Corbett will be out of the gun. He's got 2 wide, 1 to each side. He's offset to his right by Dye. Man in motion will fake the handoff. He's going to take it straight up the gut as he'll be able to pick up a little bit. He'll pick up 4. Not going to be enough. 73 yards rushing on 16 carries for Landon Corbett. But the punting team will have to come on in this 2-possession ball game with as we tick under 11 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. So now the defense is going to have to come out stout and quick, as what would be ideal would be shutting the Longhorns down 3 and out. The Panthers have had trouble on snaps. This one's pretty good. Gets the kick away, Sanchez does. End-over-end kick is going to bounce at the 27. It's going to take a Longhorn bounce. They'll call it dead at the 29, but that's where the Longhorns will set up shop here for their first possession of the fourth quarter. There is a penalty on the field. We'll see what they call. Something against the Longhorns as they talk to head coach Neese. It was offsides against the Longhorns. They're going to decline it after the good punt by Sanchez. So from the 29-yard line, 10:35 remaining in the fourth and final quarter. Hamshire Fannett leading the Panthers 22-6 on your Turn 2 Sports Companies Specialty Company scoreboard. Near hash. Heckman will be out of the pistol. 2 to each side. The far back is Spencer. He'll now be offset to the right. Out of the gun. Rolling right. Has a seam across the 30. He's going to get picked up pretty quick. Off the bottom of the pile. It's number 60. Non-fam in on the tackle. So a pickup of 4 brings up second down and 6. 68 yards rushing for Heckman. They're going to use as much time as they can off of each of these plays. Spencer will be offset to his left side now. He'll move Piku in motion. We'll hand it off to Piku. Trying to turn the corner, does. 35-40. Open real estate, 50. 45 will get taken out of bounds at the 42. 28 yards on the rush by Piku. And back into Panther territory is the Longhorns at their 42-yard line. First down and 10. As Heckman looks back to the sideline. Still 4 wide, 2 to each side. Piku working like a scat back there, as pressure from the outside is going to get back and get a loss for Taylor, as he'll lose 2 yards there. In on the tackle, busting through, 52, Kevin Hernandez with a fantastic stop there. So give him a loss of 3 on that for Spencer. Second down and 13. So Heckman, straight up the gut, is going to get some of that yardage back and more. Pickup of 6. Pickup of 6 gives Heckman 74 yards on 14 carries. Third down and 6. Panthers looking to stay strong here and force a fourth down. Spencer offset to Heckman's right, 4 wide, 2 to each side. Pressure coming from the Panthers. Off the edge, has Spencer wide open, bobbles and comes up with the catch, but he's only going to get a yard as he fell down. 70 yards passing now for Heckman. Joyner with his first reception will bring up 4th down and 5 as the Longhorns keep the offense on the field with the clock moving. We'll tick under 7:50 remaining here in the ball game after this play. It looks like they're burning as much time as they can. It looks like they're going to be calling a timeout. Want to bring up some of the sponsors that are sponsoring the fourth quarter of this ball game. Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts, 312 Miller Street. Wilcox Drugstore, also on Miller Street, 1208. Anahuac Florist, 810 Miller Street. And Anahuac National Bank, 801 Ross Sterling, as we appreciate those sponsors here for the fourth and final quarter of the ball game. Want to remind you of our social media platforms. Our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. Don't forget to hit those like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons. Like us on Facebook at Anahuac Sports Live. Follow us on Twitter at AP_Sports Live. And on Instagram at Anahuac Sports Live. Don't forget about the giveaways that we've been talking about this evening. Partnering up with We Got You Covered for School Spirit Shirt Giveaway. Brought to you in part by Anahuac Sports Live, and We've Got You Covered. 4 ways to win. First 50 new subscribers on YouTube. First 50 shares of YouTube link on Facebook. First 50 retweets of YouTube link on Twitter. And the first 50 likes on Instagram will all be entered into the drawing. 4th down and 5. Big play here for the Panther defense. 7:34 left in the ball game. Pistol formation will offset to the left side. Heckman rolling left, looking downfield, trying to throw under pressure, and it's going to be dragged down. In on the sack. Logan DeHoyas under pressure, pumped up after that sack as he was coming hard off the left end. So just what the doctor ordered for the Panthers. Pretty good field position to start with here with 7:27 remaining. At their own 45. We'll see what Landon Corbett and Coach Neese draw up here for the offense. Near hash. Corbett will be under center. He's got one wide receiver far side. That's Cormier. Pitch it left side to Sanchez as he's going to put it on the turf. He'll jump back on it, but that's going to be a loss of 2. We'll bring up 2nd down and 12. 22 yards rushing on 7 carries for Sanchez. Not the way you wanted to start that drive as Zion Clark will check back into the ballgame. He'll be near side. 2 backs behind Corbett. Rolling right side, under pressure from behind. Finds Clark, has him open, and caught. It's going to be a pickup of 14 and a first down to move the chains. 98 yards passing for Corbett. 87 yards receiving for Clark. First down and 10 into Longhorn territory from their 43-yard line. Clock stopped with 6:49 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts left for the Panthers. 2 wide, 1 to each side. Rolling right. Corbett looking downfield. Has room. 40, 35, 30. Makes a move. Takes a man with him out of bounds to the 24. Will be a pickup of 18 and a first down. 91 yards rushing on 17 carries now for Corbett. Panthers have it rolling now. Moving quickly up the field. They've only taken about 45 seconds off the clock. So from the Longhorn 23, looking to punch it into the red zone. First down and 10 for the Panthers. Cormier goes to the far side. Two backs. Rolling right. Under pressure. Is able to get away. Trying to find somewhere to go. Is going to lose a couple of yards. Boy, they're going to mark him down for a 3-yard loss.
Loss just over 2 yards. Ball's going to be at the 25-yard line. Second down, 12.
Second down, long 12, short 13. As the clock now is running, going to have to get the play calls in. We'll tick under 6 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Hamshire Fannett leading 22-6. Clark will go far side. He'll have two receivers out there, Cormier and Clark. It'll be Corbett out of the gun. He'll be offset to his right by Dye. Now he'll move him over to the left side. He'll send Cormier in motion. Actually, he'll send Sanchez. They're going to have an illegal shift. Cormier and Sanchez were moving at the same time. They actually called timeout before that. So timeout on the field. We'll take it with them as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live. Alex Outram, producer Trent Hart here from Kyle White Field. As Anahuac looking to do some trickery. Second down and 13, Corbett out of the gun. Two wide, sends a man in motion, that's Sanchez. Fakes it left side, has some room. Breaks a tackle across the 20, gets tackled from behind. They'll give him the 17. So a pickup of 7 will bring up third down and 5. 95 yards rushing on 19 carries for Corbett. We'll tick under 4:55 remaining here in the ball game. Corbett under center, sets back, looking right. Stutters is going to try to take it himself, but he's going to be corralled by a host of Longhorn defenders. He's going to lose 2 yards on that, and it's going to make it fourth down and 7. Loss of 2 there. Offense going to have to come up clutch. They've already converted 2 fourth down conversions in the ball game, 2 for 2. going to have to convert here in the red zone. 2-possession ball game. Corbett under center. He's going to set straight back, under pressure, looking downfield. Has a man. Clark, one-handed catch, touchdown. From 21 yards out, unbelievable catch. ...119 yards passing, 108 yards receiving for Zion Clark with the unbelievable ESPN catch. Someone tag SportsCenter Top 10. I think I heard him call Odell Beckham before he caught it. So the Panthers lining up to go for 2. 3:56 remaining here in the ball game. A huge 2-point conversion. Throwing it up and is going to be broken up.
The 2-point conversion attempt is no good. We have an official timeout being taken on the field.
So with 3:56 remaining here in the ball game, your new scores: Hamshire Fannett 22, Anahuac 12. Back after this along Anahuac Sports Live.
You've heard about shopping local. How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Alex Outram back here from Kyle Whitefield on the campus of Anahuac High School, where the Panthers have cut the deficit to 10 as Hamshire Fannett leads 22-12. The last drive took 3:31 off the clock. They drove 55 yards and connected on the 21-yard touchdown pass and catch from Landon Corbett to Zion Clark, and that does not do it justice, as the one-handed catch, the onside kick is going to bounce to the 35, as that's where it will be recovered. But Zion Clark with the play of the game, as he went up over the defender, brought it in, as the Longhorns now will set up their next possession here at the 35-yard line. 22-12, Longhorns lead Panthers on your Turn 2 Specialty Company scoreboard. 3:54 remaining here in the ball game. Panthers trail by 2 possessions. Longhorns still spreading them out. Offset to his left is Joyner. Right side, across the 35-40, will fall forward to the 47. We're going to have a flag, and it's in the vicinity of holding, and that's the call on the field. So that'll make it, that'll negate the pickup on the rush. We'll push them back 10 yards, and we'll be 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line. If not even more important, stops the clock as well. 4 wide once more, 2 to each side. It'll be Heckman out of the gun, offset to his left by Joyner. Moves Joyner back around to his right. And back to his left. Heckman rolling left, cuts it back up middle. Fumble on the play. It's going to be recovered by the Panthers. Luke Foster, who almost had an interception, comes up with a turnover this time as he jumps on the loose ball. And the back in business is the Panthers with 3:11 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Just what the doctor dialed up for the Panthers D right there. Able to flip the field. Now deep in the Longhorns territory at the 22, Corbett brings his offense back onto the field. Panthers still with 2 timeouts remaining here in the ball game. Corbett under center, sets back, rolls right, looking for Clark. Has him in the end zone, in and out of his hands. They had dialed up the right play there as Clark had split the defenders. Just couldn't haul it in. That young man has had a fantastic ball game tonight. You know Clark's going to go back to Corbett and say, throw that ball back up to me again. I'll catch it. 3:04, second down and 10. From the Longhorn 22-yard line. Out of the gun is Corbett. 2 receivers to the near side. Cormier and Clark. Trying to pick up some yardage on the ground, not going to go anywhere as he's actually going to lose a yard. We'll bring up third down and 11.
-1, third down 11.
92 yards on 21 carries for Corbett. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Corbett under center. 2 wide to the near side. Scott Sanchez in the backfield. Sends Dye in motion. Looking downfield. Waiting. Has a seam. Just broken up on the tackle, as in on the tackle for Hamshire Fannett, Jordan Joyner, making what was probably a first down saving tackle, as the pickup of what could have been a large amount only becomes 2, and now 4th down and long. Fourth down and 10, as we'll tick under 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Sanchez going out wide to the left. Dye in the backfield. They're swinging Cormier around to the far side. Clark by himself near side. Sets back. Corbett, quick throw. It finally catches Gates. As they're going to have to measure to see if Gates picked up this first down. As it stands now, they have the ball on the 13. In fact, they're not going to measure. They're going to say turnover on downs after the 9-yard completion. So Gates with his first reception of the ball game. And that will pretty much do it with 91 seconds remaining here in the ball game. As Heckman will come under center. Single back. Will take a knee. So Panthers with their opportunities tonight. A lot of bright spots in the ball game that they can take with them. Clean up a few things. And this is a completely different ball game tonight. Turnovers hurt the Panthers tonight. had a really strong defensive showing from the defense tonight, even though those 22 points are a bit misleading. Zion Clark with a phenomenal game on both sides of the football, playing in the secondary as a wide receiver. Corbett playing his heart out tonight. There's a lot of things that the Panthers can take from this game film tonight. The Longhorns did what they needed to do. They came in. They used the spread offense to their favor. They came in the second half, put points on the board, and kind of ran away from the Panthers tonight. So one more knee will do it. Single back is Joyner. For next week, Anahuac will be traveling to Madisonville where they will meet Mart halfway. That final knee will do the ball game as we'll tick down 3, 2, 1, and that's a final. Hamshire Fannett has defeated the Anahuac Panthers 22-12 as we will be back after this.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
We've gone final from Kyle Whitefield as the Hamshire Fannett has defeated the Anahuac Panthers 22-12. Welcome to the Texas Farm Bureau postgame show presented by Texas Farm Bureau. Agent Hillary Otto. Not exactly the way that the Panthers wanted the game to turn out tonight, but first game of the year, have started back after everything that has gone on, not only in the country but in the world. So there's a lot of positives that's going to be on the film tonight. There's a lot of negatives that will be on the field, and probably the number one thing that if I went down to the field right now and asked Coach Greg Neese, the number one takeaway was putting the football on the field. And you're never going to be able to lose the turnover battle 3-1, 4-1, and still be able to pull out a victory. So clean up the fumbles. They put the ball in the turf 3 separate times by running backs. 4 times. 3 by running backs, once by Corbett, and then also the pooch kick on the kickoff after Hamshire Fannett scored an opening touchdown, or scored their first touchdown of the second half. And you add those little things up together, and that really makes a difference in the ballgame. The defense had played very stout. The offense was starting to get into its groove, and every time it got into its groove, it seemed to shoot itself in the foot. So, like I said, a lot of positive things to look forward to. This is a young football team, as head coach Greg Neese talked about in the pregame show. So lots of things to learn from this. Things are looking good, though. If you were able to pay attention to the plays and see what was going on, there's a lot of talent on this team, and a lot of things that can go right if you turn around some of the errors that happened tonight. As for Hamshire Fannett, we knew that they were going to come in with the spread offense, and that's what they did. They spread out the Diamond 7, which is a pressure defense that stacks 7 defensive linemen in the box, and it's able to negate it that way by spreading out the secondary and making the secondary really come up to play the defense there. So kudos to the Longhorns. Some fantastic skill players. Garrett Piku, one of the best wide receivers in 11-4A, which is a very tough district in 4A. And that's another thing we need to talk about is, Anahuac taking on a school with a class higher than them. Obviously a bigger school district, so on and so forth there. So, hats off to both these teams. The Longhorns are able to pull it out. Longhorns predicted by Dave Campbell to go third in 11-4A to make the playoffs again. So a really good battle tonight. Both coaches have a lot of positive things to see on the film. We're going to take one more break, and we'll come back to wrap things up with stats and look forward to next week, as we'll be back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Wrapping up statistics from tonight's ball game. First for the Hamshire Fannett Longhorns. Leading rusher for the Longhorns, Keegan Heckerman. 14 rushes, 77 yards. And these stats are the way that we have them. Heckerman, 14 rushes, 77 yards. Denson had 3 rushes for 43. Piku had 3 rushes for 38. Joyner had 4 rushes for 25. Dorsey had 1 for 15, Zeno 1 for 5, and Spencer 1 for -3. Pretty efficient passing night for Heckerman as he went 5 of 6 for 70 yards. Garrett Piku had 2 receptions for 46 yards, including a touchdown. Jordan Denson with 1 reception for 9. Spencer with a large reception for 43 yards. And Joyner with a reception for a yard. As for the Panthers, as we have it, Landon Corbett, the leading rusher, 22 rushes for 94 yards. Sanchez, 7 rushes, 22. Dye with 13 rushes, including a 9-yard touchdown. And Miles Tinsley with 2 rushes for 14. Landon Corbett passing. He went 11 of 18 for 128 yards. 7 of those 8 receptions for 108 yards and a touchdown went to Zion Clark, as Dye added another reception for 12 yards. Gates also had a reception for 9 yards as well. As we said a little bit earlier, a game added to the schedule next Saturday. Anahuac travels to Madisonville to take on Mart, the back-to-back defending 2A state champions. Do not let the 2A dissuade you. It is a fantastic football team, a well-coached team, and this should be a fun game to tune into next week. So make sure you're here with us. We will have the game on YouTube, as we will every game for the Panthers. So just as a reminder, thank you very much for tuning in tonight to the broadcast. Thank Texas Farm Bureau for the postgame show, Anahuac Sports Live's inaugural broadcast. Thank you all for tuning in. As tonight, want to remind you of the final score as Hamshire Fannett defeats the Anahuac Panthers 22-12. For my producer, Trent Hart, I'm Alex Outram saying have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next Saturday. Good night.